Hello, so this video is called 5 Things My Wife Doesn't Know About Me. This is her idea. Basically, she's just left the house and she said to me, before I go out, I've got a really good idea for a video for you. I'm going to ask you 5 questions on the notes on your phone. You're not allowed to look at them until you start filming. You have to answer them all and you have to be truthful and honest. So, I'm going to answer these questions and hopefully not end up getting a divorce. The first question is actually very tame. I was not expecting this. It is, what is your all-time favourite meal? You have to say starter, main and pudding. I was expecting some sort of horrible questions about like fidelity and trustworthiness. I thought it was going to be like something like you and some random female are the last people left on earth. Do you procreate? The answer is no. Let's start with the starter because that's usually where people start. My favourite starter typically is calamari. I like it when it's deep fried and you have it with lemon and some aioli or mayonnaise or something. But my favourite ever calamari comes from a restaurant called Basaba. And it isn't deep fried, it is fried in something, but it's kind of like gingery and I'm not sure what other flavours are on it, but it's really good. My favourite main course would be one of 2 things. Either a really fresh, delicious seafood linguine type thing with loads of fresh seafood and tomatoes and garlic and chilli, or go in the other direction, a roast dinner with roast beef, because that's brilliant. And my favourite dessert, again, is one of 2 things. Either a sticky toffee pudding with like clotted cream or ice cream or something, or, and probably more likely, chocolate fondant. You know, when you get like a chocolate thing and you cut into it and all the chocolatey juice just comes out. That is amazing. The second question is also very tame. I'm still waiting on a hard-hitting question. This one is, what is the best book you've ever read and why? The Harry Potter saga, purely because it kind of defined my childhood. I grew up with Harry Potter, so I was the same age as him. So when the books came out, I was in the same year at school. Granted, I wasn't at magic school, but the books kind of get more challenging and deeper and darker as you get older. So by the time I'd finished it, I was the same age and I could really appreciate it. And it did kind of define my youth. Either that or a book that I read quite recently called I Am Pilgrim, which is just brilliant. It's about a detective who is like super clever, like kind of Sherlock Holmesy type clever, but saving the world from terrorism and like this horrible disease. And then there's like 2 stories that kind of intertwine. It's so clever. Definitely worth reading. I really undersold it to you then, but it is the best book I've ever read. Question 3. How do you get yourself out of a bad mood / bad day? What makes you feel good? Surely she knows this about me. We've been together for 10 years. I get myself out of a bad mood either by completing what's got me in a bad mood. So if I'm in a bad mood because I've got loads of work on, once I finish the work, I feel better. Or a really good sweaty workout. If I go to the gym and I lift heavy, or I get my heart rate up or something, I'll come out and I just feel like lighter. Things feel better. You release loads of endorphins and you just feel like a happier person. I can be quite moody. I have a tendency to get quite grumpy sometimes. So I try to work out like 5 days a week. If I do it first thing in the morning, it really sets me up for the day and I feel good. What was the last text message you received? Let's find out. I bet it was from her. No, actually, this came from an unknown number and I'm not sure who this came from and whether it is maybe someone, like a viewer who's got my number. I've had a lot of missed calls lately from numbers that I don't recognise. Now, in the past, my number has been leaked and I've had to change my number because people have been calling me. Lately, I changed my number not that long ago and almost straight away I got loads of FaceTimes and loads of calls from numbers that I don't recognise, and I haven't answered them because I thought if they want to get hold of me, they'll leave a voicemail and I'll know who they are. If not, then I'm happy to leave it. So, I got a suspicious text the other day. I'm not going to tell you what this says exactly because I don't want to give it away, and if it is someone who's trying to get hold of my number, I don't want it to spread. So, suspicious text from someone saying, hey, is this someone's name? And I replied really generically saying, nope, sorry, wrong number. And then I got back, okay, who is it then? If I had a wrong number and I text someone saying, hey, are you ... and they reply saying no, I wouldn't reply. I'd go, okay, fair enough, wrong number, move on. I wouldn't then go, who are you then? Because what does it matter who I am to them? You know what I mean? So I feel like that could have been someone. I mean, it could be innocent. It could be someone looking for this person who they've asked for, or it could be a way of them trying to catch me out so I give them my name and they know they've got my number. So that was the last message on my phone. Mysterious. And the final question is, once again, a waste of a question, I feel like. This was my wife's chance to catch me out, to ask me about any secrets that I have, any skeletons in my closet, anything. But instead she's asked me, if you could learn anything, what would it be? I would learn piano, drums, or another language, but I have to pick one. I can't give you an answer that's 3 things. I do think it's a bit pathetic that I don't know another language. Now, languages were never my strong point at school, and I had the option as to whether to do one or not. And when you're 14, what a 14-year-old wants to go, yeah, I'll learn a language. You just kind of want to do whatever's easy, right? So I didn't do languages, and I wish I had. But I also really wish I was musical and had a talent. So I'm gonna go piano. I wish I could sight read and just sit there and like tinkle away and play something amazing, but I can't because I'm stupid. Right, well that is the end of that video, and I feel like my wife really wasted an opportunity. Maybe if I do the same thing on her channel, I'll ask her some real questions. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Remember to subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Bye.